Clay good to go?
Clay's good to sit on the bench tonight. He's not well enough to risk it, so he's not going to play tonight.
There's been a lot written about how these victories don't count towards your record. How do you feel about that?
Fine with it. They count towards the team's record, and Steve obviously setting this all up. It's the mastermind behind it, so if he gets it, it's all good with me.
And how has it been for you to fill in and not lose a game yet?
Feels pretty great. It's you obviously prepare and try to win every game, knowing that that's not going to be the case. But you take it at a game-to-game situation, and we somehow continue to find ways to keep pulling it out. So it's pretty special and a pretty fun thing to be a part of.
Have you tried to tweak anything, or are you just doing what Steve would have done?
No, you got to tweak some things because of what's happening in the game, and how people are playing, and foul trouble and matchups. So obviously when you're in the heat of the game and you only have seconds here or there to make these decisions, you got to do that. As far as what we do as a foundation, what we structure our practices around, and what we're continuing to try to do, that's all based on what Steve set up last year.
Did you know you were going to be this good of a coach?
I knew I had this good of players. That's all I knew.
Look, for me, you are doing one great jobs and one bad things. I never seen any coach who is giving minutes almost every game, 13 players. That's great. But why don't you give Curry 48 minutes, and I believe he will definitely break the 100 points.
Because Steph knows that we're trying to win a championship. You don't win that this early in the season. It's about keeping guys healthy and fresh, and we have confidence and faith in our whole bench. So we have no problem playing 13 guys, depending on the night and the matchups. And anytime we can get Steph or any of the starters or the older guys some extra rest, we're going to take it.
But don't you think it will be great if we break the record and then champion again?
I think it's better to win a championship than to break records.
You are going to win already?
No, that's not true. We got a lot of work to do before we get there.
Would you say you're taking each game as it comes? Really, for you though, which challenges do the Celtics pose for you?
Well, they play us. They play us really well, and they're a well-coached team. They move the ball. They got bigs that can shoot. They're great on defense. I think they're number one in steals, or in the top of the league at least. So it's going to be a challenge. We're going to be a little short today with some injuries, but we still feel confident that if we come out and play at the level we're accustomed to, we can get a win.
Who's your starting
shooting guard? Probably Ian. We'll go. LB is going to try to play, but he hasn't been able to practice the last few days, and he did some things and shoot around today. So he's going to try to give us what he can because he knows we're a little short-handed in the perimeter tonight.
Have you ever felt the sort of buzz for a regular season game like you've seen these last few weeks? It's almost like playoff intensity. How does that sort of register?
It's fun. Our guys like it. I've seen it obviously in big regular season games, but the consistent night after night, no matter where we're playing at, is pretty unique.
And beneficial, do you think, down the road? Can't really coast through any games when the spotlight is so bright, it seems.
Yeah, I think it's good for our guys because we're constantly, anything we're having issues with or any slippage is going to get brought out to the forefront with how hard teams are playing us and how bad teams are beating us.
Clay trying to talk his way into the lineup?
No. We kind of told him going into it, and I think he knew where we're at as a team. We don't want him fighting through it. Obviously, if it was a playoff game, I'm sure he'd be out there playing. But right now, in the regular season, it's more important that he gets healthy.
You know, he's going tomorrow.
No idea. They'll reevaluate him again tomorrow. We'll probably do this same press conference at the same time, and maybe I'll have a different answer.
You hear the people behind us screaming. Has it been shocking to you the way that people are reacting when you guys come to town throughout the country?
No, it's people love watching the Warriors play, and I think with the win streak, it's gotten so much publicity that people want to show up and see what it's all about. And it's great. I think it's great for the NBA. It's great for our guys. It's obviously different, but our guys are embracing it and handling it well.
Have you heard Jeff Van Gundy said you are going to lose tonight?
No, but I haven't.
What do you remember about the 1986 Celtics championship with Father Blake?
To me, they were the greatest team ever growing up. But I was probably biased because Larry Bird was my hero and my dad played on that team. But I just remember how well they shared the ball, and they had so many different players, and they looked like they enjoyed playing together. It reminds me a lot of the way our guys are today, where it was a free-flowing, you're open, shoot it, if not, move it on, and it was a lot of fun as a kid to be able to watch that.
Was last year's Warriors team better than that team?
I don't know. They can't compare it.
You probably beat them. They're kind of old now.
Oh, right now, absolutely, absolutely. We beat them right now, but in their primes, I have no idea.
Do you remember disrupting their practices in Atlanta College?
I don't. Yeah, I remember them having to change some team rules because of me and my brothers, but I also remember it being a lot of fun.
With Ian, you've said you've expressed your confidence in him, but do you have a number in mind of how many minutes you're comfortable with playing?
Well, a lot's going to depend, obviously, on how the game's going. He's going to play. If he has to play 40 minutes tonight, that we'll play him 40 minutes. We coming off the bench right now, depending on how LB's doing. We have Andre and Sean as perimeter players. If LB can't really go. So if that's the case, Ian's going to play a ton of minutes. Obviously, foul trouble will affect all that, and the flow of the game will affect that. But obviously, we don't like playing Andre and Sean heavy minutes because of the back-to-back and them being, older. So I'm sure we'll see him on the floor a bunch tonight.
How valuable has it been at this age and with these players to have this first head coaching experience under these circumstances? I imagine it's a huge benefit to you going forward.
Yeah, it's been a great learning experience, and it's been a joy coaching these guys, and I've learned a lot over the few months that I've been doing this. And obviously, having the guys we have made it easier than normal circumstances would be. But it's been a lot of fun. But we still can't wait to have Steve back.
Sure.